What is Azure Cloud Shell? It's a command line environment you can access through your web browser. You can use this environment to manage Azure resources, including virtual machines, storage, and networking. Because as Microsoft manages Cloud Shell, you always has access to the latest version of Azure CLI and PowerShell. You don't have to worry keeping modules on the date. So that's what PowerShell they make sure you have the latest version since it's hosted on Azure. And also it provides cloud storage to persist file, SSH keys, scripts, and more. We'll look into a little bit later how we can do that. There are exercises. So here, like how the cloud shell works is you have to log in into Azure to access the cloud shell. We'll have exercises a little bit later. So you can access your own script files. I'm going through quickly. So it's talking about what are the cloud shell tools. For Linux, you have Bash. We will be going through the Bash more. Azure CLI and where is PowerShells. The source controller uses Git. So next, it talks about when you should use Azure Cloud Shell. You want to open a secure command line session from any browser, interact with Azure resources without need to install any plugin or add-ins to your devices. You want to persist file between sessions for later use. You want to use either Bash or PowerShell, and you want to edit files. And what is when you should not use Azure Cloud Shell? If you intend to leave a session more than 20 minutes, then you should not use. If you need admin permissions such as sudo access, then you should not. If you need to install tools that are not supported in the limited Cloud Shell environment, you should not. If you need storage from different regions, then again, it cannot do that. If you need to open multiple sessions at the same time, you can't do. There will be only one session open at one time. Okay, now we will go through the bash. So it talks about in this module, we will learn what are shells and what is bash is and syntax, commands, and we'll do some exercises. So Bash is a vital tool for managing Linux machines. The short name is Born Again Shell. Shell is a program that commands the operating system to perform actions. You can enter commands in a console on your computer or run the commands directly, or you can use scripts to run batch of commands. Shells like PowerShell and Bash give system administrators the power and precision they need for fine-tuned control of the computers they are running for. So, like the Bash is very popular for Linux. It means it's based on three fundamentals. Which is like Unix. The three fundamentals are in Unix are programs do one thing and do it very well. Programs work together. Program use text streams as a universal interface. So what you're saying is Bash in Unix and Linux, everything is file. So you don't have to worry about where your input output stream is coming. Is it coming from keyboard, disk, sock, pipe, IO? So right now it may not make sense when we will talk about PowerShell. What is the difference between Bash and PowerShell? This will make sense. So it talks about the Bash commands, ls for showing what is inside the directory. Uh, I'll go through quickly here. Means we'll be doing exercises and there will look into more in details. And but most of them are similar to DOS. If have you worked on DOS like make directory, mkdir, same like DOS, you can use wildcards. L commands, ls commands to see the contents of current directory, and you can use flags to /a to see all the hidden files. Cat to if you want to see what is inside the text file. Sudo command to get admin permission, and cd if you want to go to some directory, make directory, remove directory, remove command, cp command copies not just file but entire subdirectory. That's amazing. ps commands if you want to see all the processes which are running. W command, a W command is users if you want to see who are the users who are logged in. These are different operators. If you want to send the output to the text file, this is the operator to do. It supports pipe pipe operator. So enough talks. Let's do an exercise. So I already have logged in. So it's before login, it's asking me to authenticate who I am. So it's giving me a puzzle. I have to match the number of rocks with the left. Okay. So validation complete. Oh, it's preparing the sandbox. So it's preparing the sandbox. Here we will be able to enter the commands and do hands-on exercise. Okay. So we are ready. It says type AZ to use Azure CLI. Okay. So we are all set to start our exercises. So ls commands to list all the files and subdirectories in current current directory. So we have one folder, cloud drive. PWD stands for print working directory. Let's see what is our working directory. So /home Vikas Keni is my working directory. So I want to see all the hidden files. So with ls, I can give a flag -a. So here it's showing me all the files I have in my directory. So dot refers to the current directory, dot refers to the parent directory. So wherever we are, if we print all the files, we'll see one dot and two dots. One dot, two dot, and one dot is all the files in our directory. So bash history is a special file where all commands you enter are stored. I'll show you how it uses the history to go previous command, next command. And bash underscore logout is another special file that is read and run every time a sign in shell exists. Linux super users can modify to customize your environment. And third file is bash rc. It's a configuration file. You should never mess with that. So we talked about there's a history file. Why we need history file? So he gives example. Suppose we have to give a command like this. So it's a very difficult command, and let me give a wrong directory, wrong file, wrong command. So no file. So it's a very difficult to type in whole command. Um, let's we did some mistake. We want to go back in the history. So let's give a good command. I should have given first a good command. Let me give a good command first. I did a mistake. So okay, I did a mistake, but instead of typing again, I can go back to the history by pressing the up command, fix the issue. 2000 your commands. Okay, so now we can see the output. So this is the benefit of history. I can go back, see the commands. So another cool feature is it give autocomplete autocomplete. So also we'll you see the use of cat command, catenate command, where we can see the log. So I want to see the log of this file. It's very hard to type whole thing. So what I can do is cat dash a. I hit the tab key. It completes for me. So I'll complete. Let me enter. Let hit tab command 2020 01 29 dot 21 56 35 30. Tab has stopped working for me. 103. I'll type the whole thing right now. Tab. Let's see tab. No, doesn't work. Commands. Tab 2020 01 tab 29 tab 21 tab. Did I do some mistake in typing? 21 56 dot 35. Hey Aditya, did I do any time mistake in typing?
Just
Let
trying.
I'll try it one more time. 103 log. No, okay. Another thing I can do is copy and paste here. Hmm,
Copy paste working.
that is interesting. This file is saying doesn't exist. Let me see. Okay, so these are our file on the top. Okay, okay. Cat Azure commands. I'm copying from the 2024. Okay, dash 01 01 28 4, 4. Okay. Now it worked. So I think this file doesn't exist in my directory. So what I was showing is like using tab, you can complete the command. But if there are multiple files with same name, so suppose login, so it won't identify. So it will identify only the unique part of the file. So that's another feature. Another after that, cat, we can use man to bring more inform. If we want to see what cat does, we can use man, and it tells us about cat command, what are the different flags for that command. Change directory, more. Okay, let's change directory. I want to go to first enter this, make sure we are the right place. Cd command pwd, where I am is showing this is my folder. Let's go to different folder. Sorry. So now I have moved to different directory. Let's go to one level up. So from commands folder, I have gone to parent folder, which is Azure. So that finishes our first exercise of the day. Now we'll do another exercise where we'll create a bad process, which is running in a loop endlessly. And we'll see how to kill the process using the bash. So let's see, we are at the right place. And VI is using VI editor. We are going to create this file, bad Python file. So this is how we use the code editor in bash. I will copy the code and paste it here. The code is copied. After that, I need to press escape and hit enter, and need to press WQ. The bad file is created. So let's run our bad file, which is an endless loop. So our file is running. Now we know it's a bad process which is taking a lot of CPU processing. We need to kill it. So this is a command to see what are the PS is a command to see what are the different processes which are running. Let me copy PS this command and copy paste it here. So this is going to show these are the files. So bad file, we can see it's taking 99% of the CPU time, CPU. So we need to kill this process. How do we kill this process? So this is a command kill.l. So kill.l, I think will tell us, it's showing we us what are the different options. So for us, we have to use the ninth one, kill the ninth one. So the command will be kill 9, and we have to use the process ID. Process ID is our bad 1192. Okay, so we kill the process and let's run the command again. So we see we don't see that bad process running anymore. The last exercise is suppose as a admin you want to see the virtual machines in the West US region of Azure. So this is a command. Let me copy this command and paste it here. So we can see it's showing all the virtual machines which are running in West US region of Azure. So I'm interested only files which have some DS in the string. So I want to filter the virtual machines which has some DS keyword in the name. Let me copy and paste. So we can see it has given the list of all the files, all the virtual machines which has DS in the name. So still there are a lot of virtual machines. Suppose we want to more filter on based on V2 what we want all the V2 files which are ending with V2. So here it gives us list of all the virtual machines which has V2 in the name as the last. So that concludes our bash. Let's go to now PowerShell.